Andy Ruiz training hard for his upcoming rematch with Anthony Joshua December 7th. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang. Notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Andy Ruiz is training hard for his December 7th Saudi Arabia rematch. It looked a little bit tumultuous during negotiations. There were certain things that Ruiz says he wasn't going to do, and finding the location, wasn't happy with the money, but they finally got there, and we've seen a press conference with both fighters there. So guys are training. I think Andy Ruiz is in Mexico training. I don't know if he's going to spend his whole camp there, but you'll see the clip in the end of this video. I will play it, so make sure you stay tuned to the end to watch the clip. He even knocks his trainer Manny Robles his mitt off. They're doing like pad work or whatnot, and I'm looking forward to the fight. I think it's going to be a real good fight. Heavyweight fights usually delivered. Joshua has power. Ruiz has power. Ruiz has the mental edge going into the rematch based on what he did with minimal time to prepare. Some people think it was a fluke. Joshua says it was a lucky punch. Ruiz is trying to prove to the world that it wasn't a lucky punch and keep his shit going. He's making a lot of money, he's making a lot of friends, and he's living the life. He bought some new assets and property and cars and different things like that, so he wants to stay winning to justify all these things, and more importantly, just for a legacy fight and one step closer to undisputed, and prove to the people that this wasn't by accident. He actually controlled this, and he won for a divine reason. So I'm looking forward to it. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section who you are picking. I really think it's an uphill battle for Anthony Joshua mentally. Joshua has said a lot of inconsistent things. He's almost exuded fake confidence to me. And part of it is, again, saying inconsistent things, saying it was a lucky punch, and then he said it wasn't a lucky punch. He said Joshua is not that skillful. Then he said Joshua is the most skilled and he's the best heavyweight. It's too inconsistent on behalf of Joshua. So Joshua will have to show me, along with millions of people who are tuned in and watching, or however many people tune in, thousands, that he can get over this hump. Other thing for Joshua, for me, and I've said from the beginning, is he's keeping the same training team. He's not really switching much. So he has it in his mind that he made little subtle mistakes that he could correct, but he's trying to do it all with the same team. He's not really changing anything. Only thing I've really seen him change, I don't know his day-to-day operation, but looks like he's trying to slim down and not really worried about bulk. And I don't know if that benefits him either. From my perspective, I feel like dealing with weight is a slippery slope, because I don't necessarily think the added weight, Joshua, he's been fighting 250, 260, and he beat Klitschko at that weight. So you're not going to compete with Andy Ruiz's hand speed, no matter how small you get down. You're not going to be more of a combination puncher than him, right? And anytime you play with your weight, it could have adverse effect. Dropping too much weight, you could feel weakened by that, and you can't really train your chin per se. But if you end up cutting too much weight, you could be you could be less strong and easier to move, and the punches can affect you differently depending on what type of weight cut you're doing. So I don't really think it was weight. I think it was Joshua's lack of head movement, Joshua's lack of clarity and focus. Didn't really have a strategy, and he had no legs after he got dropped in the third round. He got very aggressive, reckless, and then it happened. He got clipped and got hurt, and he never really fully recovered. So Joshua, from what I understand, he's under the impression that he could just box a safer fight, but I don't think it's quite that easy, just based on the fact that this is not like a bad dream. Like, you just wake up. Like, you've given this man a whole nother life. Like, he leveled up in a crazy way. He hit he set history June 1st. The first ever Mexican-American heavyweight champion in the world. Now it's not as easy as just, oh, I'll do this different, because you don't get a mulligan. You know, you don't get a chance to redo the first time. You got to deal with a more experience, because he got hurt too, or got dropped. So you got to deal with the champion Ruiz. You know, it's not as simple as going back and refacing, like trying again, you know, and facing the challenger Ruiz. You're not dealing with that. You're dealing with a fully confident champion Ruiz with more time to prepare. You know, it's just a dangerous fight. I'm going to play the clips so you guys can see Andy Ruiz. Let me know what you guys think. Ruiz is looking good. I've seen some pictures of his food. You'll see some clips. It looks like he has a chef. He's eating good. You know, he was eating like real good, like just chilling. And see, this other I'm gonna just say this real quick. A lot of people were sweating Andy Ruiz because he was purchasing stuff and he was eating steak and, you know, burritos and whatever else, but he wasn't in camp. He's a heavyweight. I actually would be more concerned with people like Joshua, who try to get back in camp after having a concussion 4 days later, 3 days after, you know what I'm saying, after you lost. People like that got to take it easy, like Tyson Fury. I think after the Wilder knockout, Top Rank is tripping. They put him in thinking he was going to be in there with 2 light touches. Tom Schwartz was a light touch, but Otto Wallen turned out to be a tough fight. You know, you got to chill out. Now, in less than a year, Tyson Fury's been through 2 wars where he got hurt in the 12th round with Wilder, you know, got dropped in multiple rounds. And then now Otto Wallen, plus he got a cut, you know. So I have no problem with how I seen Ruiz acting on the internet, you know, spending time with family, eating nice and stuff like that. That's why you do those things, you know, without overindulging and going overboard. But you do those things before, and then you discipline yourself for your 8 to 10, 12-week camp. And then, you know what, you're almost getting ready for what's to come, because you know you're going to have to buckle down and tighten that up. And I don't know, I just think Ruiz has an expert team. He got some money to facilitate things now. So I didn't see anything wrong with him purchasing jewelry, you know, spending some time with family and being out and about. You know, I don't really care about stuff like that. But I think he knows the mission at hand. Check out these clips. Let me know who's winning. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We work.
Ay, papá. Un sábado, ya que acabé la corrida de la montaña. Pinche Alonso se está poniendo machine. A ver, Alonso. We said.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.